Hello, my name is Justin Larshite, and this is my week 2 discussion on moral muteness and ethical dilemmas. For section 1, how advertising practitioners article, I chose to answer. I liked two of them, but the one I liked the most was what kinds of organizational structures or training could help foster moral imagination and reduce moral muteness. Moral imagination entails being able to see and think outside the box, envisioning more alternatives that others do not. Some of the structures or training I think that could really help that are, for one, the structures that would help that are a structure of open communication, empathy, honesty, active listening, a lot of the things that we've learned in employees' relations dynamics, that I think when having those types of behaviors involved in your organizational culture or structures, it enables for that communication that will prevent moral muteness from occurring. Moral muteness, often when an ethical issue arises, if it is acknowledged, discussed, and debated, the ethical response is sometimes obvious. If you have an environment where you can talk about things with respect and know that you are in a safe place and the environment that you're in is an environment of engagement and understanding and respect, then that moral muteness won't happen, because you do have an environment where an ethical dilemma can be acknowledged, discussed, and debated. So that's more or less what I think the structure of the company would need to look like. For training, that would take a lot of thought and emphasis to really get that going. However, in the broader spectrum of it, if you were able to create some training programs that fostered that type of communication, that helped people develop the skills to communicate more clearly and with more direct intent, and but also have that reinforced with respect of boundaries and who the person is. There's a lot of things that go into that. However, a training program that emphasize the communication tools necessary in order to not eliminate, you'll never eliminate moral muteness, but if you can decrease the potentiality of moral muteness happening because of everybody being willing to talk and respect each other and understand everybody has different perspectives on things. However, if you're able to discuss and debate in a respectful fashion, usually a good solution can come out of that. So that would be what I would think the organizational structures or training would be in order to foster moral imagination and reduce moral muteness. For the second section, the TED Ed, Sarah Stroud Ethical Dilemma, Would You Lie? And for the second one, I chose, when making tough choices, do consequences, intentions, or duties weigh most heavily for you, and why? For me, I own and operate a handyman and remodeling company. I have 2 employees. And what I've really learned, not only through this program, but through my own experience and mistakes that I've made, that when making tough choices, my duties weigh most heavily for me. And those are my duties to my people, to my employees. To be a good leader, you have to totally stray away from the bottom line. That could be another answer to another one of these questions. However, if you focus on actually your people and their needs and what they're saying and the situations they're in, then a shift happens in business where a lot of things start to go right. I think if you truly care and your duty is instead of to the bottom line and to the almighty dollar, if your duty is to your people and to yourself and to your company, your purpose, your meaning, to your clients, then things can shift in a very positive way, because not only are you treating yourself correctly, you're treating your employees correctly, you're treating your clients correctly. It all meets in the middle. It's all connected, and it's symbiotic. And so I feel that when I focus solely on my duties to my people and to my customers and to myself, then I think that really steers me the right way when making tough choices. I think when you focus solely on consequences and intentions, consequences I don't think would be good at all. However, intentions could be good too. If you have a solid intent, deliberate intent in what you're doing, if you know that what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, and you hold true to that, but yet you are acting out of a moral compass and your actions are ethical, then I think intentions would really help when making tough decisions as well, as long as your intentions are pure and righteous and have the best outcome for everyone involved. So that is my post. I hope you like it.